Hey guys, welcome to another review. Mr. P here. Today we're going to do a little bit of something different. So I haven't done in a while actually. What I'm doing today is a bit of hardware that really-ecigarette.com have sent down to have a little look at. So I've sent this eGo case with a bit of hardware in, and I'm going to have a little look at it, have a little review of it. Only going to be a quick one. It's more of a show and show, and to tell you what I think about them, to be perfectly honest with you. So what I'm going to do first off, I think, is I'm going to chuck it down on the table, open the eGo case, see what we've got in there. Well, I know what we've got in there, but I'm going to open it all up and, you know, prepare it for review, and then come back up to me, have a little chat about it, and let you know some information. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to chuck it down, and you shall see me down in a sec. Right guys, a little close up of some of the hardware that really-ecigarette.com sent down to us. Raoul sent this down. First of all, nice little eGo case. You know, we're used to seeing these eGo cases at this stage, guys, but you know, sent it down. So there it is, nice little eGo case, very reflective, with a really written on it. So let's open her up and see what we've got going on in here. We've got a couple of tanks, and we've got a spinner battery. Okay, so eGo case, guys, you know, kind of it's standard stuff at this stage, but you know, you've got room for a couple of batteries in there, charger juice, you know, tanks, all that other stuff there. So let's have a little go. What do we look at first? Let's have a look at the battery. OEM'd there, battery, really light indication, hello. And then down the bottom we are adjustable from, let's have a little butchers, 3.3. Do we go lower than 3.3 is the question. We don't. 3.3 all the way around to 4.8. Kind of a matte finish. It's semi-rubberized, this one, so you know it's going to be a bit grippy. 510 and eGo threaded at the top. Okay, so 5 click on and off. Yep, 5 click on and off. A bit of CE marking there. I mean, it's a spinner. So you know, obviously you adjust your voltage at the bottom, dependent on what you are running. So nice little eGo battery going on there. Pretty good price on these as well. But we'll discuss all that kind of stuff when I come back up to me. But so we've got a little eGo battery there. Into the tanks now. This is a CEO replaceable clearomizer. Have a little look at that there. I mean, this reminds me kind of like a Pro tank. This is kind of Aspire C5S kind of look. So that's pretty cool. But let's have a little look. So open up at the top here. Well, you know, a bit of a Jesus. That's a big atomizer head. Right, top cap going on there, like so. Right, and then we've got our tank section. Now we've got markings up to 2 millilitres there. That would take us just above the wick. I wouldn't push quite to the 2 mil line, but you know, you can go close. Polycarbonate tank, yep, polycarbonate tank there. So be careful, certain juices going in that one, guys. And O-ring top and bottom, and screw threads. That's fairly cool. Undo this. The base, we've got eGo threading just there. Just inside there. This is eGo threaded. This is not 510, guys. You haven't got eGo and 510. It is just eGo. So be aware of that. And then you've got your shaft that your atomizer head's mounted in. Fairly cool. And then you've got the world's longest atomizer head I've ever seen. That's huge. Standard silica wicks coming off on here. We've got written on her there 2.4 ohm. So it's a 2.4 ohm atomizer head, which is great for the twist battery. I've got to know. I need to know what's going on here. Can we get it off? Yes, we can. Let's keep pulling. Let's have a little look down there. There we go. It's a nice little single coil situation going on in there. I'm going to have to look at that. We have actually got a cotton sleeve going on in there too. I don't know if you can just make that out. And in the atomizer head itself, let's just have a go. We've got our blocker pin, which is here. So that kind of sits in there. And then silicone cap that goes there like that. That's a very strange bit of design, that. And to me, if I screw this onto here, do this tank, okay, so make sure you tuck your wicks in, guys. tuck my wicks in. This head will be rebuildable if you wanted to venture into that. Make sure your tank goes on the right way, because your markings are going to be useless to you. But if I sit out like that much atomizer head sticking out of there, and that sort of much room in that top cap, says to me kind of from here to here is a bit of a wasted retail, to be honest. You could probably fit another $500,000 there. But, well, you know, it doesn't matter if it vapes, I suppose, is it? I will show you how to fill this, guys. You've just seen how to take it apart and stick it together. We've got a nice bit of cola flavoured e-liquid, 14mg from Raoul that really sent it down to us. So, 45 degrees, side angle, and then just give it a squeeze. Like so. Literally just keep on squeezing, and up she comes. Now, I would always say fill to just below the wicks and take any markings with a pinch of salt. So that's as far as I'm prepared to go, which is about 1.8 millilitres. Then chuck this back on, like so, and all you do is attach that to your battery, like so. That's fairly easy. You know, so that's one of the little tanks out of the way. Now this one is a mini Vivi Nova. Now we're kind of used to seeing these Vivi Novas. They've been around for a little while now. So let's have a little go at this one, see if she's any different. First of all, first things first, 510 drip tip. I can tell you that is straight away. You can replace that with anything of your choice and preference if you so chose to. Top cap, knurled, undoes, makes it nice and easy. And you've just got sort of a block of stainless steel there. And obviously that meets the silicone of your atomizer head, creating your seal there to stop it leaking into your mouth. Tank section, very similar to the CEO replaceable that we've just had a look at, and 2mm as well again. So also polycarbonate tank again, guys, so just be aware. These tanks do actually look, oh hello, like the same tank to me. So they are in fact the same tank, so you could use them with each other. Polycarbonate tank, just be aware of those certain e-liquids. Atomizer head just unscrews from here, silica wick based, lovely stuff. 510 connection at the bottom, and your air flow is taken in through the 510. You can just set a little hole there. Again, this is knurled, makes it nice and easy. It's actually very fine knurling, but you do get a bit of grip on that. It makes it very easy to pull it apart and take it apart and put it all back together. So to put it back together, let's just have a little look at this atomizer head. This again is a 2.4 ohm. So let's little screw her back into there, and then plonk her down. Make sure you take it the right way again, guys. What have we got for this one? Let's put some e-liquid in. This is a bit of 14mg blueberry from Really, and that's just a case, same thing as the CEO. It's just literally just give it a squeeze down the side wall like so, and then up she comes, and stop about there. A little bit more. That one I would fill to the 2mm mark, unlike the CEO. Top cap on we go, and then whoosh, that smells lovely, that liquid. So that's your Mini Nova, and then again what you do is attach that to your battery. Now there is a gap going on here. You can get a shorty cone or an eGo cover to cover up that if you so chose to. That's a very quick look at the hardware that really sent down. I just wanted to show you up and close in case you wanted to know anything about it. Some nice looking little bits of kit there. What I'm going to do is come back up to me now and have a really quick vape on them all and let you know how they perform. Right guys, welcome back up to me. As you can see, a few little neat bits of bobs in that little eGo case. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little vape on them, let you know some information about them and the site. And yeah, just some of my thoughts on it really. So first of all, I mean, I don't know what to put on what, but we'll start with the battery. And I'm guessing Raoul's having a little sale at the minute, which is maybe why he sent this to me. I think he wanted people to know as well that you didn't just have to pick a kit. You could buy your own stuff, put it together, and have something that's not available in the kit format. So first of all, this little eGo Twist VV battery, 900 mAh this one, these were $24.99. They're at the minute they're on there for $14.99. So for a 900 mAh Twist battery, pretty good price to be honest with you. Seeing as the build quality seems to be pretty good. We've had some stuff a while ago from Really. I actually had a few bits from Really that were sent down to myself and the Worm. And that included some of these really eGo batteries, and I've got to be honest with you, that was about a year ago and they're still working, so it's good. So yeah, $14.99 for this battery at the minute. I think that's pretty cool. Now what are we going to start with? We'll start with this little CEO tank. Let me just get a bit of information about that up. So the CEO, it's eGo threaded, like I said in the close up, 2 1mm holes for your airflow into a really long atomizer connection, not entirely sure why. Not bad. Right, let's read you some of the information that's here. So, colour options are this clear, but you've got the stainless steel with it. Again, on sale, was $11.99 down to $8.99 for a replacement tank, not bad. 2mm capacity, which is apparently approximately around 600 puffs. I don't know, I've never counted, to be honest with you. It's compatible with all eGo threaded devices as standard. Okay, it states that it is a replacement coil system, 2.4 ohm head supplied. Others can be purchased separately, as you come to expect. Like I said, you could rebuild that if you really wanted to. Wouldn't be easy for some of you guys who are only just starting though. Says the eGo CEO replacement clear atomizer, although made to be a very high standard, do break down with use. It is always advisable to have a few spares. If you're just looking at getting into this market, guys, never rely on one battery and one tank, because to be honest with you, people treat them like crap. I mean, they'd stick that in their pocket as it is without one of these little eGo cases to stick it inside. When you were smoking, you never would have put a fag in your pocket without it being in a fag box, would you? And people don't seem to make that association. So guys, if you're looking at buying this for the first time, do always have a backup. And again, it goes into fitting all eGo T batteries and that kind of stuff. So, you know, an eGo thread, it's just a standard clear atomizer tank, silica, top coil. I'm going to have a little vape, let you know what I think. As you see in the close up, this is some cola flavoured 40mg strength e-liquid from Really. Them reviews will be coming separately. I'm running this bad boy on about 4 volts. I've got to say, that's not performing too badly at all. The flavour's pretty good. The vapour is pretty good. It's definitely more than you'd ever get from a cigarette anyway. I think the build quality is fairly good. I do think it's a bit of a shame about that design up there. You seem to be wasting a lot of potential tank capacity that a top cap here, you know, could extend to a 2.4, 2.6mm without giving you a really wide tank, which would have been a big bonus. But as it is, there's nothing wrong with this. I've left this lying around. I mean, it's actually yesterday that close up. Naughty Mr. P. And these have been lying around. I had to go over them last night for a couple of hours, and no problem whatsoever. No leaking, no flooding. As is the way with these top coil devices, you now and again will have to give them a little roll to make sure they're wicking properly when the juice level becomes sort of typically under a third. But you know, that's not bad vape at all, to be honest with you. I would usually do a 5-point hit list into these tanks, but as this is more of a show and show, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the two and then tell you my preference on those two. So what I'm doing now is the Mini Vivi Nova. This is not a new design, this is one that's been around for a while, but the tanks seem to be cross-compatible with these, so that's pretty cool. I like the fact that you can put your own drip tip in this. I mean, if I wanted to, let's grab a drip tip from over here, and I could sort of stick that 510 drip tip in there, and then wash. Now it's got a metal one. This is the blueberry, and I think again that's very good, and the review will be coming separately. Now let's read what this says here. It says Mini Vivi Nova replacement clear atomizer. It's not the usual clear atomizer. The coil head unit inside can be replaced, making this one of the most cost-effective units available. It comes supplied with a 2.4 ohm atomizer head, and these can be replaced separately. Again, if you're just looking at getting into this, guys, and use GC4s where you refill the tank 10 times and throw it away at a cost of nearly £10 a time, I've seen some of these advertised for. This is a much cheaper way of doing it. These are on sale as well, from $10.99 down to $7.99 for a Vivi Nova tank. I don't think that's too shabby. Again, holds 2mm, which they state is around about 600 puffs. It'd be made to a high standard. It's the same kind of thing. But the kind of difference between this is you haven't got your eGo threading at the bottom. It's 510 connected, so you know it fits with all your 510 devices as opposed to all your eGo threaded devices. Typically, anything eGo threaded that I've seen will be 510 threaded too. So that could be a bonus because not everything I own that's 510 threaded is eGo threaded. So that's one thing. And two, that this is smaller. You know, it works out to be the same height when attached to a battery, but if you were using an extension or something, you know, this is smaller. So vapor doesn't seem to be quite as dense off this, but that could be attributed to the e-liquids, that they're not the same. But the flavour is very good. I'm always surprised when I pick up a new tank like this, as to how far technology's come along. If you are just looking at getting into this, I know you're probably going, Jesus, look at all these products. But think yourself lucky, it wasn't as easy as it is now 2 years ago. And I'm quite jealous at the amount that you've got to choose from now when you are starting. But in this, no problem whatsoever. It's more than a cigarette would give out in terms of vapour. The flavour is really good. This blueberry is actually very nice. Comparing the two, I would take the Nova. I prefer the look of this CEO. I would take the Nova though, purely because it's got the drip tip adaptation. The atomizer head isn't ridiculously long. The tank capacity is the same. I like the knurling. I think the knurling, it serves a practical purpose because that's where you want to do it from, and that to me I like things that serve practical purposes. The atomizer heads are something that we're used to seeing in this market, unlike that one, and again it can be rebuilt if you so chose to. I think the flavour on this one slightly edges that one, and it's £1 cheaper on the site. So that would be my recommendation if you're looking at between these two tanks. I'd pick a Nova. But to be honest with you, as a starting e-cig, I mean 15 quid for a battery, 8 quid for a tank, 23 quid, plus a charger and a bottle of e-liquid, 30 odd quid, and you are well on your way to not smoking, and I think that is cool. So that would be my recommendation, guys. This was more of a show and show to let you know that, you know, it's out there, and if you're looking at this, hopefully this helps you choose what you want to purchase. Thank you very much to Raoul, really, for sending this down to us, and I will link really-ecigarette.com under there for you, and it will be along the top here as well. Other than that, guys, pretty much done here. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Mr. Proton, and I shall see you soon.